Guys, City 0, Southampton 0. That feels like a loss, doesn't it? An absolute Borefest of a game and a real kick in the teeth, if we're being honest. It looked like we were set to sort of more or less seal Champions League qualification, given the performances around us, given the team. Sorry, tired, very tired. That's what this game's done to me. It looks like we were set to basically confirm Champions League qualification, given that the other teams around us have got to play each other if we won today. But we've somehow managed to not score against a side that have only kept like 2 clean sheets in 47 games. That's their first clean sheet in 23 games. A relegated side that were on to be probably the worst Premier League team ever, a truly diabolical team, and this is an absolute sickener. It truly is an absolute kick in the teeth. There's no way to sort of sugarcoat that as anything other than that. It was a really poor performance. A diabolical one. I mean, I would like to say I'm sponsored by OneFootball, by the way. Please download it. I'm looking at OneFootball right now on my phone to get the stats from the game. You know, we did have 72% possession in the end, 5 shots on target. Largely, we were much better than them. Well, 26 shots, to their 2. So it was absolute one way, but it still just wasn't good enough. And I'm reading all the stats here. Yeah, download OneFootball if you want to help support the channel a little bit, by the way. Look, I know it's not the best time for this, given we've just lost, in inverted commas, drew the game. But if you want to help support the channel and get the best football app on the market, used by millions of people, download OneFootball right now. You get all your City news, all your transfer news ahead of what will probably be a massive rebuild. Will be sent straight to your phone with live notifications. And get all the stats about the game and analyse the game in a little bit more detail, where we went wrong today. Go and do that right now. Help support the channel, be massively appreciated. For us today, looking at the individual stats, the most passes today was from Ruben Dias. I mean, Ruben Dias on the ball is always going to be the most there, but Bernardo Silva after that with 59 as well. Reading the stats once again on football. Total shots, De Bruyne the most with 5. Key passes, De Bruyne with 4 still. It's one of those things where, you know, touches in opponent's box, by the way. Jeremy Doku in 45 minutes had the most with 13. And only one successful dribble the most today. Bernardo Silva and Doku as well. Look, it's just not good enough, not creatively. So download football anyway. Yeah, it'll be hugely appreciated if you don't mind. Thanks guys. Please download it. Link in the description, in the pinned comment coming right now. But the performance itself, it just wasn't good enough, you know. It just wasn't. This is the Premier League table as it currently stands. We are sat in 3rd, 2 points behind Arsenal. But crucially, you know, if Forest, Chelsea, Newcastle pick up some points, we could drop out the... Forest can't catch us straight away. They can go to 1 point behind us. Newcastle and Chelsea can jump us. But they've got to play each other, so I know the way the results work. And I look at the fixtures. I've showed the matches for the rest of this week. We've got Newcastle and Chelsea tomorrow, so they both can't jump us. So that's good news, at least there. Bournemouth need to do us a favour today against Villa. Forest have got Leicester tomorrow, so... we will still be in the top 5, almost certainly after this. That's how it works, right? We'll be in the top 5 because Villa can't catch us. They can get into the top 5 potentially. Newcastle and Chelsea both can't jump us. Forest can't. So we're fine there. We'll be 4th tomorrow. Might even be 3rd still, depending if Newcastle and Chelsea draw. But it was a terrible performance. Unfortunately, as much as I love Pep, I can't deny a lot of it's on him, man. Like that lineup was just crushingly dull. I mean, look, I understand you can start a lineup and see how it goes, but the first half in particular, I'll show you the first half here. Here's the first half stats for you. A lot of that XG at the end is leaning on a Kanji's chance from a few yards out with a header. 8 shots to their 1, 73% possession, 1,000 passes. Well, it was 334, but it felt like 1,000. It was very slow. And the reason I was frustrated in that first half is because we've lined up with a bunch of players. You sort of can't do it, man, in terms of it can't inject that pace anymore. We've got, we had Bernardo, Kovacic, De Bruyne as the midfield. Phil Foden back in the side, which I did call actually in my preview, but he came back in on the left, McAtee on the right, which I don't mind seeing these guys start for what it's worth, but it's very obvious. It's very obvious to me that it was just too slow. A lot of players were happy to have the ball and have a touch, and Pep, to be fair to him, did change it at half time. He brought Doku on, and I like it's one of those things where I am more frustrated because I think we will get Champions League football still, but we've made it hard now. Bournemouth and Fulham aren't. They're not dead certs, man. Like, they're not dead certs at all. Like, this should have been a banker, this game for us. It should have been one of the easy ones. But anyway, we lined up with a bunch of players. Rico Lewis came back in. Vardy back over at left back. Nico O'Reilly out the side. Haaland back into the side. No Marmouche, which felt harsh. Doku on the bench. Savinho on the bench where he's been recently anyway, to be fair. Kovacic got a start, which felt fair enough. And Kanji back into the side. I knew he was going to do that. I had a feeling he would do that instead of O'Reilly. Nunes on the bench and no Rico Lewis, which also felt like I didn't think we needed that, man. Like, I don't know why Rico's in the team here, because look, Southampton, they're only ever going to counter. Nunes has got more pace, and Nunes is more aggressive with with crossing and so on. So I don't mind Rico Lewis, but it didn't really make a lot of sense for me. You know, maybe they thought because he plays so deep, you know, that Rico's touch in the half space should be good. But the problem we had in the first half is it wasn't the fact that, you know, we had people who could control. There was just no bravery. Like, there was just, everyone was willing to get the ball and pass the ball, get the ball and pass the ball. No one wanted to make anything happen. Like, Phil, in the first start in ages, was very fine in recycling possession and so on. James couldn't get into it at all. Haaland, unfortunately, was, you know, what you expect from Haaland when he's not fully involved in the game. He was sort of stationary and not really getting any touches. Bernardo Silva recycled the ball. Kovacic recycled the ball. Guardiola, he's not a winger when he's on the left, so he sort of didn't do much other than pass it back to Akanji, pass it to Diaz, he passed it to Rico. He passed it to Diaz, he passed it to Akanji, he passed it to Josko, he passed it to Kovacic, he passed it to Bernardo, he passed it to Manu, he passed it to Diaz, passed it to McAtee, passed it back to Rico, he passed it to De Bruyne, who crossed it, and it was a little bit too deep, unfortunately. That was essentially the first half, in a nutshell. Then he passed it back to Akanji, passed it to Diaz, passed it to Kovacic, to Phil, to Josko to Phil, to Bernardo, to McAtee, to Rico, to De Bruyne, to Kovacic. Someone tries to dribble, gave the ball away, and nothing happened. Like, I don't mind him having a poor game, but it was just poor. And the only thing is that when towards the end that we made the changes that I wanted to see, you know, we brought on Savinho, we brought on Marmoush, we brought on Nico O'Reilly. Like, I was crying out for Nico O'Reilly because he has a hunger and aggression. Look, this is what you know, this is the reminder that we need, that injection of hunger and creativity. Look, teams are so physical these days, they're so organised and so structured that everyone, unless you're a genius, everyone just knows how to stop you. We just have to, you know, had that injection of pace. Look what Marmoush did when he came on. He was just so aggressive. He's so aggressive. He wanted to make things happen. That snapshot, that burst of pace. Look at Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly getting forward so aggressively and nearly getting a tap in after Haaland tried to pass it to him. But that's that hunger and desire. And it's on Pep. It is on Pep. You know, I love Pep massively, but he keeps looking backwards and he keeps looking for safety. Why are we looking for safety against Southampton? Go for fucking goals, man. Like, go aggressive. Smother them early on. And there's an argument I don't understand the argument to say he wants control at first and then you oppress them later on. And I get that to an extent, but, you know, it's Southampton. I'm not exaggerating. They're fucking shit. Absolute shit. Like, they're so bad, man. They now officially, Manchester City have been so poor today that we've made them officially not the worst Premier League side ever because they had a good result against us. Like, if they lost today, they were still on to be the worst Premier League side ever. But Manchester City turned up against the relegated. It's like they're the second worst side ever. I mean, come on, man. Like, we can't. Like, this is their first clean sheet in 23 games. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. Yeah, we have to be better than that. We have to be better than it. We just do. And I love him. It's one of those things where I like. It's one of those things where, like, even with KDB as well, but like, I think it is the right time to move on. I do think it is. Ruben Dias has been speaking. He said, that's what Ruben Dias said. He said, in moments like this, every point matters. It's obviously frustrating to play against a team like this. They don't even try anything. They just sit and don't even want to win the game. They just want to be there. It's not good for the show. It's not. I don't like this, Ruben. I don't like it. It's a moaning comment. It's not good for anyone, but it is what it is. The funny thing is, we do what Ramsdale did once straight away. It's a yellow card. He does it 20 times. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't like this. Don't like that. I don't like this. It's moaning. It's moaning. I'm sorry. It's moaning. It sounds like an Arsenal player. He does. You're right. Sort of different. This is last time we played him. We said, yes, we can make them go down, but not like this. I don't know how many times players went on the floor just trying to waste time. I mean, it kills them in the game. Well, they're relegating me. What are you expecting they're going to do? No, I don't like it. I don't like that. No, I don't like it. It's a moany mentality. I'm sorry, but they're shite. They're going to do that. It's poor. It's poor. It's poor from a guy who should know better. We weren't good enough. As simple as that, really. We didn't move the ball fast enough. We weren't brave. We weren't taking chances. We weren't trying to do these little 1-2s. We were taking 2 or 3 touches. We were taking 2 or 3 touches in the area, you know. I didn't expect that from Dias either. You know, he's very entitled. They're entitled to be shit and annoying if they want to be, because they are shit and annoying. It's one of those things, like, I don't like it when we do that. Look, I love you, Ruben Dias, but you can't be that moany. Like, we have to be better than that. The thing is, for me, it's like not even about just beating people. It's like little things like just turn and shoot. The first half we weren't turning and shooting. We were trying to pass the ball in the area. We will probably still get Champions League football, but like Pep has to be more aggressive. We have to use Marmoush next season. We have to use Nico Riley next season. And look, I'm getting slaughtered. I'm getting slaughtered on Twitter already for this. And I'll show you here for this KDB tweet. Look, I know Kev follows me. If you're watching this, Kev, I love you so much. I thought this is not a reaction, but it's pretty obvious it's the right time for Kev, by the way. He clearly really still got on his day, but he was more than that previously. He was a genius. I don't think these days are anymore, sadly. He's not consistently released. But I tweeted this knowing he follows me too, so I'm aware you might even see it, so it stings. I love the man. My favourite player, but I can only be honest. Look, this is where... Look, the reason I talked about De Bruyne, even though I know he created a few chances still, is because I just thought it was a side note. Like, it was a few times where Kev played a pass, and I was like, it just... The way it wasn't right, and like he doesn't have the run anymore. He can't get past people. Don't watch the game by his stats, by the way, because like I know he's still a good player, but Kev was a great player, and you're going to pay 400k a week, and it would be, by the way. He wasn't taking a wage reduction. If you want to move on, you have to move on. You can't extend the contract of a guy who's injury prone and old. Like we have to move on. And the reason I feel it's the right time is because we have to move on. We can't rely on Kevin De Bruyne anymore. We have to move on. I love him. We just have to move on. It's the right time. He could get injured all next season. Like, move on from Gundogan, move on from Bernardo, move on from Kovacic, move on from Kanji, move on from Ake and Stones, move on from De Bruyne, move on from them all, you know, because we have to. It's as simple as that. There was a super chat from Vingy. I've only just noticed, mate. I'm so sorry. It was from Brian, who said, why not counter and sit back? Why not counter attack and sit back? Well, we're not going to sit back, are we, Brian? Because we don't know how to sit back. We keep the ball. To sit back, you've got to... I mean, Southampton would just stay there. Like, if we sat back and kept the ball, they'd just stay there and go, all right. Like, I don't think you can do that because they won't come out. They'll just go, yeah, all right, we'll stay there, Brian. Thanks for the super chat, mate. But yeah, like, I love Kev, but I just don't think we can. We've got to be honest, man. We've got to take hard decisions. If we want this rebuild, we've got to look at ourselves in the face and go, well, look, we've got to be dramatic and move on. And like, I don't think Kev did much wrong today. It's just move on. Just move on, you know? That's it. Like, I just think we should move on. And like, I look at the team today, and someone said, there we go, KDB slander where Foden gave the ball away. This thing stinks up. It's not about Foden for me. It's not about that. It's not about Foden. It's not about McAtee or Haaland or Kovacic, Silva. I'm merely talking about... De Bruyne, you know, De Bruyne, what he can bring, and like, look, just move on. Foden is in terrible form, but the 2 points are irrelevant. They're irrelevant. Foden is not injury prone and 33 years old or whatever it is. You know, Foden will be back at some point, but like, I don't understand the Foden discourse compared to De Bruyne. The two things are irrelevant. We are unpredictable, yeah. Brian, I agree, mate. Thank you for the super chat again. We are very predictable. We need to be better than that, you know. Thank you for the super chat again, my friend. We do need a refresh, and that's why I want to move on. You know, I want to move on big time and just crack on with it and stop clinging to the past. De Bruyne is the biggest attachment to the past for me, and that's why and look, I get it. If he stayed, by the way, I'd be happy. I'd be happy because I love him. But I get it, is what I'm saying. I get it, is what I'm saying. Brian, yeah, I think we are predictable and we do need to move on. Look, I'm not going to lose sleep over this. It was frustrating, but I think it's another reminder of where we are next year and where we need to go. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I haven't got a lot to say from today. It was frustrating. Please download OneFootball. Link in the description below. We will get Champions League football, I'm certain. I'm sure. Not certain, but very, very confident. But we need to be better than that, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Subscribe if you're new. In a bit.